us for the provision of irrigation equipment so that my people can go into winter cropping. By doing so, we know that Mangochi West can feed itself. And if being helped in that manner, we do challenge that Mangochi West alone can feed the whole Eastern region. Mr. Speaker, sir, the issue of mega farms, I would like to ask our Honorable Minister to evaluate it and try to reform it. Just because the only way how Malawi can go out of hunger is through the issue of mega farms. I know that this issue had so many problems with the previous government, but if it can be worked out and try to be reformed better, this is the way to go. If the minister can, through the president, try to put it mandatory to make sure that each and every member of parliament here have got a mega farm. Let's say 50 hectares each. And with these hybrid crops, 1 hectare of maize can produce 200 bags of maize. Now, if a member of parliament have got 50 hectares, it means each and every member of parliament can have about 10,000 bags of maize in their constituency, ready for any unforeseen circumstances that can be fallen into our constituencies. By doing so, that will be good. As the former president of Malawi, Dr. Hastings Kamuzubanda, during his era, all the politicians were encouraged to have farms. That must be encouraged also to us if we want to go out of hunger in this country. Coming to decentralization of local government, Mr. Speaker, sir, the people of Mangochi West are very thankful to the President for increasing the CDF from 220 million to 5 billion. We say brave to the President, brave to DPP for coming up with this bold decision. Mr. Speaker, very soon, this country shall start seeing the secondary cities in our constituencies. Just because with this 5 billion, our roads will be well maintained, upgraded, and some being taken up to tarmac level. With the 5 billion, our schools will be furnished with all learning infrastructures, including the libraries as well as the laboratories. But as we are there also, the professor have instructed all the departments of government to go into digital. I would ask also the Minister of Education to go into digital, mainly once we come to the laboratories. If we can have an online laboratory whereby our students can do this, the practicals online upon the click of the button, I think that way is the only way we can make sure that each and every student access the laboratories here in Malawi. Just because to have the physical laboratory in each and every school, sometimes it might become not easy to be done, but with the digital and online application, whereby our students can access the laboratory services upon the click of the button, I think that's the only way to go. Our Minister of Education, sir. Coming to transport and the roads infrastructure, Mr. Speaker, sir, the people of Mangochi West were happy hearing the President reinvesting the money that are collected on the toll gates to the Lord where such particular toll gates are. It wasn't good that we are paying the toll gates fee and yet the Lord itself is full of potholes. By enforcing it to this particular load, it means the load gonna be maintained each and every time, and we, the users of such particular load, we shall now enjoy the money which we are paying in our toll gates. Going forward, we are asking this government to make sure that if you can try to construct more toll gates almost on each and every load, that would be good, just because each and every load will be maintained itself through such particular corrections. Mr. Speaker, sir, on the same sector of transports and road infrastructure, the people of Mangochi West were happy hearing the President mentioning the rehabilitation of Masasa, Goromoti to Ntagatagateni of Road, as well as Monkey Bay to Mangochi roads. These two roads, Mr. Speaker, sir, are very important roads as far as Malawi is concerned. These two roads are the roads that are going towards our tourist attractive areas of Mangochi. Mangochi is a fast-growing town. Mangochi is now becoming a lakeshore city. The coming of Goshen City and other infrastructures in Mangochi, Mangochi can befit that status of becoming a city. But our lords had a lot of things to be questionable, had a lot of gray areas. But the President has promised us that out of the 5 lords mentioned, these 2 lords has been mentioned too. The people of Mangochi West are very thankful for that. Don't forget that in Mangochi, it's where the state residence of Chikoko Bay is, as well as the most popular Page House is. Therefore, the rehabilitation of these 2 roads, it will be of paramount importance to this nation. The Minister of Transport, sir, remember, Mangochi West was a principal beneficiary for the Millennium Challenge.
You have 1 minute, Honorable Member.
Thank you. I would like to remind the Minister of Transport that the people of Mangochi were the principal beneficiaries of the Millennium Challenge Fund, where our Lord from Chantulo, going through Nankumba Chimvu up to Nkutumula, we were supposed to be constructed to a tarmac level. All the processes began, and through to the executive order in America, the works has been stopped. We are asking this good government to make sure that when they are considering other loads, they must still consider this load to the people of Mangochi West. With these few remarks, the people of Mangochi West are fully supporting the SONA. Thank you, Your Excellency, the Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much, Mangochi West. Nkata Be Chinteche, you have 10 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I stand before thee not to praise the President, but to echo what those who have spoken before me are saying about what is happening to our country so far. Mr. Speaker, sir, I don't hate long speeches, but I love short ones. And I know that the President, I was not here last Friday, but I know and understand that the President delivered a very concise SONA which had full of right home about messages. Mr. Speaker, sir, the President APM finds himself in a very unique position in as far as our country is concerned. He can choose to make decisions that will make Malawi a country that we cry it to be. The President can be a panacea of our country. I would draw the President's rule to the rule of ancient history one great king, Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great took over the rule of Macedonia when he was 20 years old. APM is not 20 years, but I'll draw some similarities by quoting Alexander the Great. Through every generation of human race, there has been a constant war, a war with fear. Those who have the courage to conquer it are made free. We were queuing in filling stations in this country. The leadership was afraid to increase the price of fuel. APM came in, he did the necessary thing. He increased the fuel pump price. After all, we are already buying fuel in the black market at a very high price. Therefore, the only thing to do was to increase the fuel pump price. Now, the queues are gone. We have fuel in the filling stations. Alexander the Great said, "I'm not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep. I'm afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion." When an army of sheep is led by a lion, results are guaranteed. When an army of lions is led by a sheep, your guess is as good as mine. Alexander the Great said, "Upon the conduct of each depends the fate of all." APM holds the fate of this country because APM is not looking for votes, but APM is looking to fix the country. He can choose to make both decisions. One such decision that can be made in this country, of course using the necessary laws, is why don't we let each administration that come in to come with its top civil servants? It happens in other Western countries. If a new administration comes in, it comes with the people it knows that it will help deliver. So maybe Malawi as a country, we should be heading in that direction. Top civil servants, they should know that if I came with this administration, the next one that comes in, it will come with its people. It's time for me to pack and go and do other things. I think as a country, we should be heading in that direction. That's why I say that upon the fate of all, that is the fate of the nation. So APM can be a panacea of this country. There is nothing impossible to him who will try. That's Alexander the Great. I'm asking the president, and of course the honorable minister seated there, now to look at the issue of Forex. Why are we still clinging to the Kwacha? We're protecting the Kwacha. Instead of letting the Kwacha fight its own battles, we say the Kwacha is 1,000 something. Yet at the black market, people are buying more than that. When you go into shops, you ask for, you want to bargain, they will tell you that no, we can't reduce because we bought this at black market. Therefore, don't you think the country is losing out through revenue? Because MRA charges duty at the rate which is not there. Therefore, as a country, we lose out. Now let me go specifically to some of the issues in the SONA. I asked my trusted men in the constituency to tell me what they think. One of the men who came forward first was a man called Goja. Goja sat in very few classrooms. Each time he holds a pen, the pen doesn't write. Therefore, he decided just he communicates through VNs because pens don't write for him. But he's a very wise man. He's able to hold political conversation, giving you good insights. On agriculture, he said, maybe it's time now that we reform the FISIP. Of course, there's already action towards that. So that's why we're encouraging the country. Are we benefiting out of FISIP as it is? Obviously, the answer is no. So this is the time to look at that one. Honorable Minister and cabinet ministers, let's fix the FISIP and so see that it benefits Malawians. On the same FISIP, I want to thank the Honorable Minister. Our redemption rate in Nkatabe-Chintheje was above 80%. So therefore, I thank you, Honorable Minister. The only problem we have is that some people from Mankambira, Senior Chief Mankambira, were made to travel long distance to come somewhere near Malaza, to the extent that because where they were buying is close to my house. So they thought that, now it's the MP who is punishing us because they gave me votes similar to the body temperature of a person who has a fever. So they thought that maybe I was punishing them, but it was not me who made the decision that they should travel long distance. So I was asking Honorable Minister that next buying season, the people of Mankambira should buy fertilizer close to where they are. Whatever they are, I thank you for that. But the complaints we're having, Honorable Minister, just know that it's because of the fact that man is born crying, lives complaining, dies disappointed. But otherwise, you are doing a commendable job. Let me also thank the Honorable the President. We have got a health center which is being built. It, of course, started with the previous government. I have to acknowledge that, but it's going on. The Honorable Minister of Health, she visited the area. Let me report here that I thank the APM administration that health center is moving at a very fast rate. Again, this is another area where they gave me very embarrassing vote because the chiefs in that area, they were telling them, look, he's just given you a foundation, he will never build you will never have a health center. This is an area where you can never have a health center. But now, they don't have anything to say. It's all praises about, oh, so he was right. But I reminded them, look, you say you didn't vote for me, believing that, I was giving you a foundation which you never materialize. But the chief says, oh, no. So, but I hope that when I go there, I know I'll come back with a lot of chickens as a way of atonement. So again, we appreciate that. On the issue of electricity, Nkatabe-Chintheje is happy to hear that the government is working hard to increase it to about 1,000 megawatts. We're happy because top of our projects in Nkatabe-Chintheje is electricity. There are areas like Mungokwe, Kamsita, Mugodi, Chilala, and many others, Kawiya, where people have had their houses wired looking for electricity. And thank you, government. Because of the 5 billion, I can stand comfortably here and confidently telling my people that they will have electricity using the CDF. Because you know, as Tonga, we travel a lot, we go to South Africa from time immemorial. So now a lot of them have built houses, so they've been pestering me, when are we going to have electricity? We have our fridges. Now it's just rats that are living there because the fridges are not cold, they can't start working. So this time I'm assuring them that we're not going to wait for MAREP, but we'll go to ESCOM and apply for electricity. And in fact, we've already done so. What we're waiting for are quotation from ESCOM so that we pay them once our CDF starts coming in, then that problem will be sorted. Because minus electricity, let me be very clear, I will not have anything to campaign about because people that have been pestering me about electricity. Why they gave me votes, reduced votes, in most of the areas they're saying because I didn't give them electricity. So this time, once they have electricity, my campaign, according to them, it's their job, it's my job, just as it is their job in your area, in your constituency. Because they wrongly think that development is an MP who brings development. It will take time for us, to have a mindset change that an MP's job is something else. But again, it's patronize ourselves because when we are campaigning, we tell them about these things. So therefore, we own that one as our honorable members. Finally, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'll end with a quote from Seneca the Younger, who said that a captain who knows which harbor he seeks, not every wind is favorable wind. I believe APM knows which harbor he seeks, which is Malawi 2063. Therefore, he knows which wind will take us there. Not every wind will take us to Malawi 2063. But trusting the current president, I'm sure he knows which harbor he seeks for this nation. With those few words, Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank you very much and I support this honor.
Thank you, Nkarabe Chinteche. I see Mulanje Central.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir.
You'll be the last before health break. You have 10 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, sir, in the year 2020, Malawians voted for the government of Dr. Hastings, of Dr. Lazarus Chakwera and the MCP leadership. When Malawians were voting for Dr. Chakwera and MCP, they were convinced that they are voting for a God-fearing leader. They were convinced that they are voting for someone who would walk the talk. They are voting for someone who brings national unity. They were voting for someone who would take a great stance against corruption. Fast forward, after the inauguration and swearing in, President Chakwera started making public appointments. In the appointments, he appointed several people into government. Whether it was by design or not, but at the end of the day, the people he voted, he appointed, started letting him down. Several people in his government were not bent at assisting Malawians, but were bent at enriching themselves. A lot of people he appointed into public service were there to divide the nation along political lines, ethnic lines, and religious lines. These appointments, Mr. Speaker, sir, is what culminated into what today we are calling them as scandals: the East Bridge, the Bridging Foundation, the Nokima Gate, and several other mishaps that happened under his leadership. It is because of these scandals that most people in his government grew wings. They became arrogant. They did not even want to listen to the needs of a common Malawian. There was a time, Mr. Speaker, sir, that even the Director General of the Anti-Corruption Bureau was arrested at the dawn of the day, but the government feigned ignorance. These appointments culminated into several other mishaps, like the beating of civil rights groups, activists, and several other people. At the end of the day, Mr. Speaker, sir, what happened is that Malawians came back and voted the MCP out of government. Mr. Speaker, sir, fast forward, we saw the new leadership of His Excellency Professor Thabita Mutharika being ushered into government. The current government, the current leadership, what is happening now with the current leadership, Mr. Speaker, sir, is that most Malawians are contented with how it has started. When you look at some other executive orders that the president is doing, trying to put things into place, one would say that now we have a president. Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir. And again, as per the norm, the president is busy appointing people into different public positions. However, I'm afraid to say that if the caliber of some other appointees that are being taken into government is anything to go by, the current regime will go the very same route of President Chakwera. There are people, public appointees in government, who are busy, who are bent at dividing people along the regional lines, political lines, something which, if not taken carefully, is going to have an impact on the leadership of the president. There are people who are there who are bent at maybe not following in full what the president is advising. My call to them is that whether it is by design or not, but what they need to do is to follow what the president has advised. The president is meant at governing the country following the rule of law. He advised the same in the SONA. My plea to those in the public positions in the current regime is so that no, time is now. The way the president has started, he needs to be supported. He needs to be, we need to follow the advice he's giving us. Minus that, we are going to go a different route altogether, and this country is going to slide down. Mr. Speaker, sir, with those few remarks, that's my humble contribution. And on behalf of Mulanje Central Constituency, we support the motion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mulanje Central. Deputy Leader.
Good morning, Honorable Speaker.
Morning.
Morning. I rise to register our positive sentiments to the former leader, the former leader of opposition in the last cohort, Mulanje Central. And I would also want to extend an invitation. I think this is the right time because His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika has set out the tone that we are running an inclusive government and therefore he must come back. Kyombankhanga must be dissolved. He must come back. He is my brother from home. And the SG is here. And actually, because this is a government day, we can actually suspend all proceedings to allow that we receive you, the SG receive. This is your home. Feel free at any time. Come back. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm sure he has taken serious note of that. Honourable members, it's now 10:50, almost 10:55. Therefore, I'll suspend the House and we'll be back at 11:25. House suspended. Honourable members, before we leave, I'm being reminded that we have Nkamenya Girls Secondary School with us. And the honourable member is Honourable Beatrice Mwale. We have 102 students. Please stand up with the three teachers. Thank you for coming. Nkamenya girls, we wish you well. Please concentrate on your education. We want to see you in this chamber after maybe 10 years, because this is where you belong. All the best to you. Thank you very much.
Stands as an autonomous faith-based broadcaster with a national and international reach. Experience the difference with Luntha Television, where innovation meets experience. Authenticated team backed by cutting-edge technology ensures seamless execution and unparalleled results. Luntha guarantees credibility and professionalism in all its endeavors and services. We offer, among this, production and broadcasting of jingles, music videos, narratives, documentaries, press services and programs on location or outside, live broadcasting of mass and other church functions, government or NGO functions, and political rallies, creation and broadcasting of special programs, sponsored content,